Hey guys, what's up? It's Quicksilver, and man, am I tired of lighting up caves. I'm actually over here at the witch hut, which will eventually be a witch farm here. And as you can see, well, may not be as obvious to you guys as it is to me, but I have done a considerable amount of lighting the area. So I'm kind of doing some prep work. I will not bore you guys with I'm doing it off camera, so that we can get the spawn rate up on the witch hut. Right now it's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen one spawn in there, and it's because there's too many other places that mobs can spawn. Nice little tree climbing pig. It's a rare breed apparently. Yeah, so anyway, I've been doing a lot of work with that. I found a way actually that I can build my little X-ray device a little more efficiently. So I thought I'd at least show you the pattern for that thing, if you want to call it that. Oh, didn't realize I left a hole there. That's dangerous. Anyway, I'll go ahead and I'll show you that. Basically, if you find flat ground, you can actually see a lot more with it too. It's a little harder to get in and out of, but I think it's worth it. So basically, I'm just popping out a block there, here, 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 and here. So it's almost like a little short, fat T if you look at it this way. And the only thing that I'm doing here, it conserves some, I don't actually use any redstone here. I throw in the two sticky pistons back against this wall. I guess you could alternately, you could do it against this wall as well and just reverse it. I throw the lever here, which is going to power both of those, and then the glowstone goes in here. So, pardon me guys, what we end up with, as if you couldn't guess, is we get this little funky shape here. And once we're down in there, we're really kind of stuck, except for the fact that you can jump out of the glowstone, but you're really surrounded pretty much on all sides by solid blocks, so you can see a lot more. The water's kind of a funky example of this, so I'm not sure how much we'll be able to see this direction with it, but it's kind of funky because the water kind of reads almost like a solid block. So anyway, just to show you, obviously I'm now stuck in this little too deep hole and I can't really see the lever very well. But if I angle myself down a little bit like this, and I have enough time that I can actually click the lever and mash us in here. So then if we look down over here underneath the witch hut, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. There is just a massive amount of cave networks under here. Almost as bad. You can kind of see what I lit up over there for the mob farm. I'm going to say it's almost, if not as bad as that. So I'm really kind of dreading it. You can see where I've done some of the lighting down here already. But man, I still have so much to do. In essence, I'm planning to have, you can kind of see this little dirt block. Actually, that's not it. It's a dirt block somewhere around here. I think it's actually back this way a little bit. But what I have to do is I got to make sure that 128 blocks in all directions are completely lit up, underground, above ground, all that stuff, so that we can maximize our spawn rates in here. The good news is it's probably also going to have a little bit of an impact on our mob farm. So, because I think there's probably some caves over in this neck of the woods that we're going to have to hit for the witch farm that I did not hit for the mob spawner. So, anyway, we'll see. Like I mentioned about the water here, you can kind of see this little blue haze right here is where the water is, bluish greenish. And down here where it looks like that's a cave, that's actually the bottom of the, I don't know, I guess you can call it a riverbed, or the swamp bed is probably more appropriate. But yeah, you can see there's just a huge network of caves going on over here. I think I've probably lit some of these up. Kinda here, I'm going to jump up and out of that thing really fast. You just have to jump twice to get out of it, and then that's how you get out of the X-ray machine. Over in this direction, I don't know if you can see, there's a little dirt pillar that I've got here that actually is there's a hole underneath the water that leads down just to a huge network of caves, so I think it's probably going to be a good place to enter into. I actually did find a spider dungeon and a zombie dungeon that I have lit up over there. I'm really kind of crying inside because I figured, wow, two dungeons, I'm going to have no problem. I'll finally find some melon seeds so I can get a little automatic melon farm working over here. But unfortunately, it did have cocoa beans to taunt me with. There's a pig saddle in there, which actually that might be useful for when we get horses. There was some stuff down in there, but nothing really of major note. So I did not record any of that because I was just running around lighting caves, and that's generally speaking boring. So anyway, I'm going to actually, what my plan is for today, I'm going to head back over here, and one of the things that I've noticed in my mob spawner is it seems like every zombie that comes up is loaded down with, how about that for some jumping, man? Is loaded down, oh man, wouldn't you know it. Let me start that over. Seems like every zombie that comes up there is just absolutely, I wouldn't say loaded, they can only carry one thing because they're gimp, but, or that you can see. every single zombie has something in his hands, and what that's telling me is that for whatever reason in my mob spawner, some of the mobs as they come up or when they're goofing around with each other, they're getting, a good number of them I think are getting damaged. So when they are in the bottom of when they get dropped down to take their damage, I think a bunch of them are dying, and I've been counting on the nature of the zombies to act like little vacuum cleaners and suck all that stuff up for me. But it's making me wonder just how much is getting left behind. So I think what I'm going to do, I just put out a tutorial last Sunday night, I guess it was, on the item sorting system that I did over here in the Iron Golem farm. And I also talked in there about the item elevators and a couple different ways that you can create those. Oh, that was painful. Anyway, I'm just using little dinky item elevators in here because I don't really need anything major. But for that project, I'm going to have to actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig my way down. Actually, I think I can get to it from the outside if I remember correctly. I'll dink around with that off camera, so you have to see my bumblings there and listen to me just ramble aimlessly, which I am particularly good at, but I'll spare you. Down here where actually, you know what? I can show you back via this old X-ray machine. I should actually update this one so that it'd be a little more, I could see a little more, but anyway. Right over here you can see where the mobs fall down, and then right here is where they're hitting the ground. I think that's right. No, that's actually the tripwire. So a little lower, right around here, you can't really see it because there's a weird cave thing happening, is where they're hitting the ground. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some hoppers in there, and I'm going to have those go up. Yeah, there we go. That's where they're going. So right there, I'm going to throw down some hoppers, and I may actually address this too because it looks like some of them are getting caught here. I'll throw some droppers down there that I will have pull all the drops. Like if somebody dies down here, we'll pull all the drops over into one common little area, and then I'm going to make a little item elevator that's going to send them up past these geeks and probably into that secondary chest up here in our mob spawning room, so that even if I'm not getting the XP, this isn't really obviously going to be the best XP farm in the world. It's been adequate for us, but yeah, I think it's maybe if we can find some more diamonds, it's probably getting to be about the time that we go to the end and kill the dragon and maybe make a decent XP farm like an Enderman farm or something like that, or at least maybe convert the spider spawner that I found. So anyway, yeah, as you can see, these guys, obviously he didn't find that shovel down there, he brought it himself. He's a little party boy. Ooh, cool. But you know, this guy's got an arrow. This guy, I don't see anything in his hands, but a lot of times he'll have spider string, which I don't mind. Man, he's just having a good old time in there. I don't really mind the spider string, but when I see arrows and stuff like that, that's telling me that our friendly neighborhood skeletons, or some of them, are dying down there. And like I said, I mean, I'm getting a ton of drops out of this thing, so I'm not too overly worried with it. But yeah, I would like to make sure I'm getting everything, or at least the most that I can out of it. So I think what I am going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of the droppers, and then I'm going to see if I can't find the back door down to the bottom down there. I remember if you guys were with me when I was building this farm, there actually is there's a cave system down there that butted right in. Actually, when I was digging out the area where the string actually is set up for the tripwire, sorry, where the tripwire is set up, I actually was digging down underneath me in very bad Minecrafty fashion and fell down and was afraid I was going to die, but actually fell into a cave that I already lit up. So I think I'm going to be able to use that to as a good place to start, so it shouldn't be too tough for me to get down there. So anyway, I think I'm going to go down there and see if I can't locate the bottom of that thing, and then we'll dig our way up. And I guess secondarily, something that I don't know, I'm probably not going to get to it today, but I think I want to actually build some more spawning pads for those mobs. I intentionally built those a little close to the ground, so in essence, so they could, quote, spawn under my feet, just because I know that I'm not really hanging out in that room a whole lot waiting for mobs. I'm doing a lot of work around the base, so I wasn't really too concerned with the proximity of the spawning pads. But if I hang out in that room for any decent amount of time, the spawn rate seems to dip off a little bit, and I think that's because I'm too close, at least to the top level of spawning pads. So I think I want to dig maybe 1 or 2 more levels below that, and then I'll just use the same kind of little mob elevator system to pull them up to the other levels, and obviously they'll ultimately work their way up to the drop and then into here. So anyway, that is kind of the plan, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't find the the bottom down there where all those guys are spawning in. I did grab some materials, so I've got, I think, a bunch of hopper material, or a bunch of item droppers that I should be able to make for the item elevator, and then I think I probably have enough iron with me, hopefully, for the dropper system. I don't think I'm going to need too many droppers, just enough to get them into that chest right there, and then obviously to, probably even more importantly, to pick up the drops from the mobs if they happen to die down there. So that is the plan. Actually, I think probably plan 1 is going to be, I'm going to dig a hole. Well, we'll knock it out and we'll see if these guys are looking at me dirty, which I'm sure they are. For those of you who are new to the series, right below here, this one block down, yeah, you can see there's a bunch of spiders right there, jerks. And actually I want to pop down here instead of there. Yeah, that's one of my spawning pads, so I can easily drop down into there, and I'll start lighting things up so that I can stop the spawning, and it'd be a little safer to work down below, because I don't want these guys dropping on top of me, especially if they're not dying. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll go ahead and take care of these guys and then start the lighting up process, and I'll catch up with you guys once I'm down there and able to start building the item elevator and all that good stuff. Okay guys, so here I am down at the bottom of the spawner. It actually was pretty easy to get to once I did a little nosing around. I put this little sissy bar in because I think I'll be working while it's nighttime, and while I have lit up this area is not mandatory for the witch farm, so I've not worried too much about it. But anyway, as you can tell, there's this whole, like I mentioned a couple times, this whole area is like Swiss cheese. There's a great huge opening right here, so when I popped out of here the first time, I was really kind of pleased, because I didn't know if I'd ever need access to this thing again. I was hoping I wouldn't, but here I am, needing access to it. So it's worked out, I think, pretty well for me. So here we go. I just punched a little hole in here. I actually had a little accident here with the water at first. I had to rebuild a little of this stuff so I can make sure that everybody will still swim up. Actually, when I was lighting up the mob farm itself, I got creepered in there too, so I had to rebuild the mob-evator in there. So it's just been a rebuild mob-evator kind of day. So just to give you kind of some bearings here, where we are right now, this is the drop-off where the mobs are falling. They pass through this tripwire, which then causes a fraction of a second later the cobblestone blocks right here will push out. It happens to be about the exact same time the mobs hit here. They get shoved off into what becomes a water stream when I get rid of this this dirt. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hoppers here, and I think right here underneath this water as well. So actually, you know what, let's make a little infinite water source out here so that we can actually, you know what, I think I want to do one like this, just to be different, because I had to build one of these things already up in the mob spawner, so I'm in one of those moods. I think that'll work. Yeah, good deal. So there we go. So I'm going to do that so that I can get rid of my water completely here, so that I'm not worried about how I'm working on stuff. But I also want to make sure I knock this out so I know what needs to be where. Okay, so I think, like I said, I think these two are going to become hoppers. I don't think that's going to add a problem to anything. I don't think that's going to be an issue as far as the mobs falling and hitting that. I think hoppers might be a little bit lower, but I'm not sure. We'll see. If I'm doing this and I'm getting a bunch of drops, but I'm not getting any mobs up there, then I'll know I need to actually raise this up a block. Which, no, I don't want to do that, because then I have to move all this other stuff too. So anyway, the only other thing I don't like here is the way this tripwire is working. When I came down here, I had the mobs turned off for a while, and I kept hearing zombies, and it was because there was a guy standing right here and a guy standing right here that are just kind of hanging out up here. So I'm not really sure of a good way to get rid of that. I think as soon as I throw a block here, now, other than being stupid, let's do it on this side where we can see. I think as soon as I throw a block here, I think it breaks the, it doesn't break the tripwire, maybe on one side anyway. I know I can't do it on both sides, or else the tripwire will drop and it won't actually send a redstone pulse anymore, because it'll just rest on top of those blocks. So unfortunately I don't think I can get rid of all of it, but you know what, maybe I can throw a half slab under there and it'll still work. I've never really monkeyed around with that. Let's find out. Little bonus here, since we're doing some goofy builds down here anyway. Let's see if we can't just make it better all around. Who shot at me? I heard it. Was he outside? No? Where'd you come from? This area should be lit. I would have sworn I heard somebody take a shot at me. Okay. Maybe it's my overactive imagination. Yeah, these are all lit bright enough. You know what? God, it could be right in here, because this is totally not lit right now. Now, if it is, it's not a problem anymore. Okay, let's see if we can throw a half slab up here without causing... Actually, you know, I could probably do it right here. Ah, sweet. Alright, so now I don't think the mobs can fit in there anymore. This could be very good. Alright, I'm going to do that on both sides, and hopefully that's going to fix the problem that I had with those mobs getting stuck in there. Alright, good deal. In the meantime, I'm going to pretend... Now, let's just do it this way. Let's just put a pretend chest over here so I can get my... Oh, I heard those things go off. Did they just break? Man, guys, I'm hearing things today or something. Okie dokie. Ah, you know what? I see a creeper over there. That's who shot at us before. I bet they're not the creeper, obviously, but I bet there was a scale over there who lost interest when we wandered away. I see you, Mr. Pickles. Come on. Can I shoot him in the feet? Yeah, that's right, punk. God, I so need to get an enchanted bow. You know, I'm level 29. I think that might be what I spend my XP on next time. Anybody else? Nope. Okay, good deal. Alright, let's get back to work. Alright. So there we go. Now I think... weird. Alright, I think what I can do here, I think I have plenty of hoppers. Although, you know, if I do that, then I can't put them down here because I'll have to come back up. So let's actually rethink that a little bit and drop them down a bit lower. I think I want to do, like I said, these 4 I think is going to give me way more than I need, which is always a good thing. So I'm not going to worry about what this looks like down here. So if those are going to be hoppers, I'm going to want 1 here. So yeah, okay. Can I actually make use of that? Yeah, good deal. Alright, so that's that guy, and this guy will feed into him. Then, it's going to be a bit of a bear to get into this thing, but I'll find a way. Can I do a little jumpy jump here, or is that going to be a bad idea too? No, not if you're not holding down shift. Yeah, baby, there we go. Alright, so that's that guy, and then this guy's going to feed into that one. So that should be all we need here. I think what will happen now, the mobs will drop down here, they'll take their damage, they'll get shoved off by these guys at head level into here, and then any drops should get picked up by these hoppers and sent out to here. Now I've just got to find a way to dig my way back up and get to the chest that's up there. That might be a little funky because I've got my drop off up there. I gotta try to, maybe I gotta do a little thinking here to figure out where that's gonna need to come out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a little measuring off camera here, guys, so I can make sure that I'm actually sending the drops, or that I'm setting the item elevator up in the proper place. Oh, you know what? Ha! Goofy. There, that's the guy that I wanted to expose, not this one. Alrighty. I wonder if that light... Yeah, the light's not going to be a problem. That's far enough below. Never mind. Stop thinking out loud, Quicksilver. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go off camera now and see if I can't figure out mathematically where I want to send this item elevator up so that I can get into that chest, and that's going to be some running around back and forth that you guys don't need to see necessarily. Wonder how difficult that's going to be. Yeah, obviously it's going to be pretty simple. How are the mobs? Mobs shouldn't be too bad once they get over here where the light is. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'll go off camera and I'll figure out where I'm going to build the item elevator so that we can get back up there, guys. Okay, guys, so I am back up here in the mob spawner execution room. Obviously, as you can tell, I've got everything turned off, which means I just lit the hell out of it. This is the chest that I think I want to bring the drops up into. Currently it's got my two little signs in here that don't need to be there. This is my main chest. Initially I was thinking this is going to be an overflow chest, but I think it's probably more important that it's not. So I think I guess at this point, you know what, can I use one of these guys temporarily? Yeah, let's unload some of this junk, because I'm going to be ripping out a bunch of stuff here, and then we're going to want to put it all back together eventually. But I'm going to want to bring this stuff in to that guy, so I'm going to want to have a dispenser, I guess, coming into it here, and then the item chain is going to go over this direction. I wanted to just go straight down here, but unfortunately I can't, because that was weird. Unfortunately I can't, because I've got this little spawning pad area over here, and I don't want to have a item dropper chain thing going right here. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go down behind that wall. I think I will have enough room. Let's find out. I know I need to dig over. I think it's 119 is my Z, and then I should be able to go down and be behind that wall. Oh man, you know what? That's grass. That's going to be outside. Where am I here? That's 118. Oh, you're kidding me. One block. Ah, one lousy block off. Ooh, you know what? There's a hole in there anyway. Okay, so maybe I'll have to rethink this again. If I came in from behind, I wonder how far back I'm going to have to go then. Is that going to work? Can I do that, or I'm going to hit another problem there? What is that? That's X308. Yeah, counting up, so I want to go 910 would be behind that wall. So let's see if we can do that. Unfortunately, it's going to mean I need a bigger hopper chain, but since iron's not really an issue for me anymore, I guess I don't really care. So as long as I'm not creating too much of a problem for myself to have to fill in here. What did I say? 319? God, really? Let me go double check that again. Sorry guys. No, good, I'm glad I said that. So it would actually be 310 that I've got to back over to, and then I should be okay at that point, I think, to go down. So let's see, and that'll just be a straight shot into there, so that's actually going to work out pretty well. So that's 8, 9, that should be 310. Yay, and I'm not coming up there. Okay, so if I dig down here, actually, you know what, let's be smart. Actually, I'm going to need more room here anyway, because I believe this hopper chain is going to be at least 2 blocks wide. So, alright, so if this is going 310, 311, let me write down my coordinates. So my x-coordinate, sorry, this is probably pretty boring for you guys, but my x-coordinate here is minus 311, and minus 310 is the front of it. That's where the item hoppers will be going up. And then my z is 114. So I guess let's I'm going to head back down again to the area I was before, and we're going to see where that takes us down low. What's our quickest way down other than the obvious? You know, I actually, like when I first started this world, I actually got some boots of feather falling off of a skelly, but damn it, I'm not wearing them. I think I can do this. Yeah, this will work out. Alright, good deal. My hillside's pretty steep, but it's not that bad, right? Should be right around the corner here. Yes, okay, good deal. Get a little running jump onto that. Good thing creepers can't do it. Alright, now let's see if we can't line up. So, this is 309, 310. So right here, 310, 311, and then what's my Z need to be? 114. So actually right here. Oh, sweet. If it weren't for that kind of junk. So alright, so this is going to be where I'm going to want to take these up. So that's 310, and 311 is, yeah, where this junk is. You know what? I'm going to be kind of smart for a change. Every now and then I have my moments. Woohoo! Alright, so I can dig pretty much straight down here. You can tell this is actually where I did some work back on the water stuff back here, but alright, I guess the safest way for me to do this is going to be to pillar up here. So what kind of blocks do I have on me? I got a bunch of gravel. That's going to work. What's my Y here? 66? Oh, I didn't write it down, of course, because that would be too easy. I'm actually going to be kind of smart. I'm going to think ahead, and I'm actually going to do the bottom 2 levels here with cobblestone. That way when I come back down here and I've got this huge cobblestone pillar, I'll knock out that one and throw a torch and knock this one out and take down the whole pillar in one shot. So okay, so let's start digging our way up here. And hope we don't hit any more gravel. You know what? In case we do, I'll throw a torch down there and then it'll destroy it as we go. So alright, now I'll pick that up. That's actually probably a good idea because I'm going to need some lighting anyway as I go up here, because it's going to get dark pretty fast. Oh man, tell me I'm not going to bump into my... I hear water. Oh, this could be bad. I didn't even think about the other mob spawning chamber. Oh man, I hope we're not going to hit it. Cobblestone on both sides. This doesn't bode well, guys. We'll see. If I do, you'll hear me cry like a little girl. No drippy water. Still no drippy water. Alright, I feel better now. Got past the cobblestone. Life might be good. Or at least smiling at us. Alright, sweet. I think we're in good shape now, guys. Except it's pitch freaking black. God. Are we there yet? Don't make me pull this minecart over, kids. There we go. Alright, sweet. Good. I was worried that we were going to have kind of a problem with this, but man, we're going to need a butt ton of droppers here. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be that. We can run our chain over to here, right above my head. In fact, I wonder if there actually, I don't even need to go to the top of my head. I wonder if there's a logic in doing that right now. This will be where the droppers are. Sure, why not, right? We can always knock them out if I'm wrong. And I'm never wrong. Yeah. Tell that to the genius that was rebuilding the mob evaders twice. Okay. Although, I'm still not a genius because my little plan to get rid of all these and not use my silk touch shovel, don't ask, is not going to happen. So we'll just dig our way down the old-fashioned way, right? Nothing for anybody to spawn on, so life is good. Cool. Alright. So there we go. So now I can start building the rest of this. That's nice. We have a ton of room because I'm going to have to build one of those little timer guys that uses comparators that I showed in the tutorial. So yeah, we should have plenty of room for that. And then we'll just send everything up here. So alright, let's see. God, man, you know, I had a metric shit ton of cobblestone when I came down here, and now I've got next to nothing. So yeah, our hopper chain is going to be kind of short right now, but we'll see. Yeah, 13, that's going to do it, right? No. Oh man, wouldn't you know it. And why? You know what though, I've got crap like this that I don't need. Not that it's going to afford us what we need, but it'll at least give us a little bit more. Oh yeah, one more. Whoop-de-doo. That was not worth it. Alright, well, you know what? Let's figure out how tall we're going to need this thing anyway, and I'll just make one more run up top. Let's see, 66 is our Y coordinate right now. And it's starting to get dark out again. No cacti, guys. No. Hello, little ocelot. Wish I had a fish. You would be mine. You're not running either. What's the dealio? Meow. Hello. Alright. Enough playing with the cats. Sheesh. Getting really good at jumping up the hills again. Hey, you know what though? I can't complain because the bottom line is I'm not lighting up caves right now. I've been doing that off and on for the last couple of days, so I am not missing that whatsoever. So, okay, oh, of course, now I can't get back. Well, you know what? This is good enough. This is the same Y height, so this is 95. So, man, oh, Manischewitz. I'm going to need a buttload of these damn things, you know? I don't want to make a ton of them, but I guess I don't really have a lot of choice, do I? If I want to make this thing work. 34 of them. Well, at least I didn't try and hop my way up there. So, alright, I'm going to go make those 34, and I'll meet you guys back down low. Okay, guys, so I'm back down here again in Dropper Central. So, I've gone ahead, I've made these things. I only needed 34, but I went ahead and gave myself 35 just because you never know. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and start getting these guys built up. Trying to get the best way to get the redstone chain built while I'm doing this too. I'm probably going to, you know what, I'm going to trap myself up there. I said I was probably going to have to pop out those hoppers up there, and I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do, but that's not a big deal. So let's get our building materials in here. I should only need half as many redstone torches here, but yeah. So we're going to start building it, and we'll see. Oh, God, hold down shift. Yep, there we go. Bump, bump. You're going to get to hear that ticking a lot. Get used to it, right? Okie dokie. And it's darker than hell, too. Let's just try and throw torches up there, I guess. We'll just knock those out as we go. Yeah, if I can remember what button to press. Yeah, so it's not too difficult. Really, it's just place 2 droppers, and once I've gotten the 2 droppers placed, throw down a block of choice. In this case, I'm using up my cobblestone, and then throw a redstone torch on top. So I know that I have just standard vertical redstone wiring right next to each one of these hoppers, so I should have no problem controlling them with my little timer down there. I am still going to need to make comparators, and I don't think I brought any nether quartz with me, so maybe it's a good thing that I'm going up here anyway. Back, forth, back, forth. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, must be getting close. I'm over the halfway point on the hoppers, so, or the droppers. Calling the right thing. Now I know I'm getting close because I almost banged into the... Yep, there's the hopper chain. I'll knock that guy out now. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, okay. I wonder if I can place these without goofing around. No, because I can't get up on top of it. No, that's okay, that one's wrong. It's the wrong direction anyway. Alright. No big shake. We're just gonna do this away. Meh. Okie dokie, and then I will put my dropper guy back in here, and there we go. I'm actually gonna pop this redstone torch. I think I don't want it to lock this dropper right here. I am going to leave this torch here though, so I don't have to worry about mobs spawning here. And let's see if fate's going to be kind to us. Can I pop out this and just run along? Yeah, good deal. And then we can see how much dirt actually made it into the chest instead of in there. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we've got that set up. I'm going to go ahead and grab some quartz. Get several comparators built, so I've got my building materials, and then we'll build the timer and the automation down there so that everything will come up whenever it receives something. Okay guys, so I'm back down here now. I've got, I think, all of the materials that I'm going to need here to build this, so we're going to kind of see how it works out. Once I get it built, I will build the hoppers that I need to get it over here and fed into the chain. But I guess first of all, and for anybody that may have missed the tutorial, what we're going to do here for our timer off of this thing is we're going to start with a comparator, and we're going to pull the signal out of that. I'm going to throw a redstone repeater here that's on 4 ticks so that we can turn that signal into a solid pulse. I'm probably going to need to monkey with this a little more. Actually, I'm probably going to have to dig this out a bit under here so I can get my timer in place. Or at least built over here. Actually, yeah, let's build the timer here first so I can make sure that I have the room set aside to do that. I'm going to place a torch on that thing because this is all going to go bye-bye. And hopefully I won't get shot in the back by a skeleton over there. Okay, so we're going to use our other repeater right here on 2 ticks. And then I'm going to set up a little nice and easy clock here that's just going to cause a nasty little annoying tick. So that's what's going to send our items up, which is really, really obnoxious. So what we're going to do to turn that off, if you have not seen my tutorial, is we are going to place a block here, and I'm going to do that right now with a redstone torch. So that's what's going to actually lock that thing so that it shuts down. When we control this torch by turning it off, then we turn that timer back on a little bit. So the only tricky part to this, and it's not too bad, thankfully, is we're going to create a different kind of a clock here. Or, if you're not familiar with them, it's kind of a slow shutdown clock. If you haven't watched my tutorial, check it out. I'll try and post a link to it in here. But yeah, so let me think here for a second. Alright, I think what I'm going to want to do here is I think I need 2 dots of redstone, one here and one here. And then off of this, I think feeding back in this direction, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to start using my comparators again. And they are going to feed back in. Is that right? Yeah, so I'm going to do 3 of those, and then I'm going to throw a block back here behind it. Oh, really? Oh, yep, okay, well that's okay. Then I'm going to throw down 2 more comparators here, and another block there, and then I think I might be building this backwards. No, that's not. That's right. I'm going to throw another comparator here, and that's what's going to do that, and then we're going to pull the signal out of that block to feed it back around. So if I'm not mistaken, if we throw an item in here now, I'm just going to go with 1 cobblestone because I know I don't have those up high yet. So I'll throw that in. Yep, that gets turned on. That should be sending it all the way up. And we can actually watch this clock now unpower if I haven't screwed it up. Come on, monkey. Yeah, you can see the redstone fading here, and whew, that turns it off. So yeah, I explained how all this works in my tutorial. Like I said, I'll throw a link in here so that that makes sense. But what we have now, as you can probably figure out, when I throw the water back in here and unlight everything up there, when the mobs spawn, they'll drop down here and they'll hit and they'll get shoved off. And if somebody dies, in theory, all their drops will get picked up by these comparators, shoved through there, which is right here, and then I'm going to create a little chain here now. I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I only have 3 more hoppers. So I'm going to throw those on here now, and then I need to create, it looks like 1, 2, 3... 3 more? Is that it? 1, 2, we'll go 4 of them. You can't have too many of those things, right? Thankfully, I did bring a bunch of wood with me because I wasn't sure how much I was going to need. And I don't think I'm even close there. Yeah, darn it. 1 shy. Alrighty. That should give us enough chests now so we can make the rest of our comparators that we need. And I think +1. I'll pick those up a little quicker than waiting on them. So then that guy feeds that guy will feed that one will feed him, and if I can get him in here, that guy, there we go. So now we've got our little hopper chain here that will feed that, and apparently there was something in the hopper chain already. Who knew? So alright, I guess it'll be a mystery. We'll figure out what's in there, make sure this is timing out. Yeah, so you can see that redstone kind of decaying right there as it goes out. It's kind of a neat little feature with the comparators. They very slowly lose their power here. So, like I said, check out the tutorial. It'll explain how all that stuff works a little better. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and head up at night time, so nobody's behind me. I should be safe here. There's that ocelot again. Man, he's hanging out here a lot. Should call him a hangout a lot. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, but I probably should have. So here we go. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. So yeah, so I don't know, guys. What do you think? What would you like to see me do next here in this world? Like I said, I'm working on the witch farm over there, or at least getting it prepped for the witch farm. But if is there anything that you guys want to see me do here? Feedback is always a good thing, and I'm more than happy to listen to it. So let's eat here really fast. Let's figure out what we picked up. Oh, dirt block. That doesn't surprise me. So yeah, so it looks like it's working because we got our cobblestone, we got our dirt block. At this point, I think... Whoa. Oh, okay, yes, because I'm running across hoppers. I think I'm going to go ahead and close this area off again and make this room look a little tidier. I think, yeah, good, I do still have that stone block. That's a good thing. I think that's how that goes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not too bad. You can't really see too much back there. That chest does have kind of a glow, but yeah, I guess this one does too. So alright, so that is now going to pick up everything that that we don't take care of down there. I think that's probably, I haven't checked the length on this video yet, but I think that's probably going to be it for today. I think we're probably running a little long, maybe even. I don't know, I want to test this thing out really bad, but I don't know that I want to unlight this stuff. You know what, maybe I'll unlight this level or something, because down there is really kind of a bear to get to. But like I said, I do think I want to dig out maybe a couple more spawning pads. I will not do that for you guys. You've seen me do it before. If you haven't, you're more than welcome to check out the I guess it's not really a tutorial, but you can check out the video that I did when I first built this mob spawner. I think it was episode 3 or 4 maybe. Not really sure. But anyway, yeah, if you want to know how I did that, that is probably the best way to know. I think this little mob evader that I have in the middle of my spawning pads here is something, I don't think I've seen anybody do anything like that, so it might be worth taking a look at if you don't already understand how it works. If you do, and congratulations, good for you, don't waste your time. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this a video, I think. Again, unless I look at the time on this and I'm ridiculously short, but I feel like it's been going for a while here. So please like this if you did like the video. Subscribe if you haven't, all that good stuff. And like I said, give me some feedback on what you guys would like to see me do here. I'd love to hear from you. And I will see you next time.